Okay, so here we go. We're going to finish this book up, I hope. Friday, November 19th, 3:30 p.m. Today was the greatest day of my life. I met a famous writer. People clapped for my speech, and I found out Tiffany Harris did not tell the truth. And Mom let me drink 2 cups of punch even though it is loaded with sugar. First, I met a famous writer, Bob Morgan. He has written 10 books. 5 books are about Bippo and Pecky. He answered lots of questions from the 2nd grade kids. And he even answered some questions from the parents. Mom was there with her video camera, but she didn't ask any questions. I wrote down Bob Morgan's answers to the questions in the back of my notebook so I wouldn't forget what he said. Next, I gave my speech. 5 kids gave speeches, but mine was the longest. I got a little nervous about making a speech in front of kids and grown-ups and a famous guy. But I gave my speech in a loud voice anyway, because I would not have been cool if I had gotten scared and run away or something. I did not look at Tiffany for my whole speech because I knew she was not going to like it. My speech was about how I am very lucky to have 3 best friends. I said I have a best friend in my class named Lenny, a best friend in my building named Eric, and a best friend in my family named Brian. Then, after I talked about my 3 best friends, I told a fable that I made up. It was about Bippo and Pecky, but I also made up this other hippo at the zoo named Skippo. I named him Skippo because I know Bob Morgan really likes hippo names that rhyme, and I wanted him to like my fable. So anyway, Skippo is mean to the other hippos, and Bippo tries to teach him to be nice. After I said the moral of my fable, I said the end. People started clapping, so I bowed. Then Miss Campbell told me good job and I could take my seat now. After all the speeches, we had a little party with fruit punch and cake. Addie's mom made the cake, and Addie used icing to make Bippo and Pecky on the cake. Then, at the bottom, she wrote, "Thank you, Bob Morgan." But she ran out of space, so the thank you part was extra big. Bob was a little smaller, and Morgan was all jammed up so you couldn't really read it. But I told Addie it looked really good because I know it is hard writing on cakes. I was having a really fun time at the party because lots of people were telling me they thought my speech was very, very good. And Lenny gave me a hug and said I was nice. She said she liked the part of my speech where I said that even though Lenny and I have disagreements sometimes, it's okay because we are still very good friends. I was standing beside Lenny and eating my cake when Tiffany came over to me. She looked mad. She said, "I'm going to tell Lenny what you wrote about her in your journal." "What are you talking about?" Lenny asked Tiffany. "Keena wrote something mean about you in her journal," Tiffany said. I felt very brave after I gave my speech. And Lenny said that, yes, even though we had disagreements, we were still friends. "I don't care what you say," I told Tiffany. "It's a free country. You can say everything you read in my journal. I don't even care." "You read Keena's journal?" Lenny sounded very shocked. I decided to just tell Lenny what I wrote before Tiffany could tell her. "I wrote that I didn't believe you stayed up all night at your sleepover," I said. "I think I wrote it because I was very sad that my dad didn't let me go to the sleepover. I'm sorry." Lenny moved her shoulders up and down in the same way that Tiffany does to act like she knows everything. Except when Lenny did it, I didn't mind because I knew it meant that she wasn't mad at me. I felt about 2 million times better in 1 second. Just then, Tiffany's mom walked over and said she thought I was a good little speaker and that I should always remember to stand up nice and straight when giving a speech. Tiffany read Keena's journal, Lenny said to Mrs. Harris. You should tell her not to read someone's private stuff. Mrs. Harris looked surprised that Lenny said that to her. Tiffany certainly did not, she said. I took that diary away from Tiffany as soon as I saw that Keena left it, because Tiffany needed to do her extra workbook pages. Tiffany is learning to do 3rd grade math. Then Mrs. Harris turned to me. I'm not sure where I put your diary, but I'll try to remember to look for it. That's okay, I said. I got a new one. Mrs. Harris walked away to go talk to Miss Campbell. I looked at Tiffany. She didn't look too happy. You lied, Lenny said to her. I played Airplane Princess Twins for no reason, I said. Why did you lie? Tiffany said she didn't know, and she moved her shoulders up and down. It's not nice to lie, Lenny told her. Then she asked Tiffany if 3rd grade math was hard. Tiffany said it wasn't that hard, but that she didn't like it. Then she just talked to us normally for a few minutes. She said she didn't say she was sorry about lying, but she didn't say anything else mean. So after Tiffany left, Lenny and I decided that we will ask Tiffany to play with us at recess next week, as long as we play just regular games and not the princess kind. All right, there's one more chapter, and it's not that short, so we're going to save it for tomorrow, and then we will be finished with this story. All right, guys.